The dusty winds of Willow Creek had a way of carrying whispers of rumors, secrets, and dreams that floated across the small western town like tumbleweeds. On a warm spring evening, those winds carried a different kind of whisper. The arrival of a bride who didn't know she was stepping into a destiny she didn't choose. Alira Mayfield, dressed in a soft cream-color gown, stepped down from the stagecoach with trembling hands. Her eyes were deep brown, like chocolate warmed by the sun, but they carried fear in them, a fear she tried desperately to hide. She came not out of love, not out of choice, but out of necessity and pressure from a family trying to escape their debts. She was promised to Timber Raleigh, a wealthy ranch owner whose smile was sweet but whose temper was unpredictable. Alira had never met him. She had only seen the letters he sent, letters full of charm and warm words. But charm was cheap in the West. Words were even cheaper. The townspeople paused as she walked through the dusty road, her delicate shoes sinking into the earth. Women whispered behind parasols. "Poor girl," one muttered. "He bought her like livestock," another whispered. "She's too innocent for this place." Alira heard every word, and she wondered if they were right. But destiny had its own map, and sometimes it forced people into the path of those meant to protect them. That protector was leaning quietly against a wooden post outside the saloon, hat low, boots dusty, jaw sharp as a blade. Colt Warrington, the cowboy known for his silence, his loyalty, and the mysterious darkness in his past. He had seen all kinds of women in this town. Tough ones, loud ones, fearless ones. But this girl, she looked like a flower planted in a storm. Her eyes flickered nervously as she tried to hold her bag. Her dress hem dragged in the dirt. Her bottom lip trembled as she looked at the long road toward the Raleigh ranch. Colt's jaw tightened. She doesn't belong with Timber Raleigh. He didn't know her, but something in her gentle face, in her innocence, in the fear hiding inside her gaze, something made his protective instincts roar awake. He pushed off the post and walked toward her. "Alira Mayfield." Colt's voice was deep, calm, a shield forged into sound. She turned abruptly, startled. Her voice shook. "Why, yes." He tipped his hat politely. "You look lost." I suppose I am." Colt noticed her hands trembling. He noticed how she kept glancing toward the ranch where Raleigh waited. The girl was terrified. "Need help carrying something?" he asked gently. She hesitated. Are you from Willow Creek?" "Born and raised." "Name's Colt Warrington." Her eyes softened. She'd heard the name. Everyone had. The cowboy who saved a runaway child from bandits. The cowboy who once fought off 3 drunken men to protect a widow. The cowboy who never asked for payment for doing the right thing. He was everything Timber Raleigh wasn't. Alira wanted to ask him for help. She wanted to tell him she was afraid, that her marriage was arranged, that the man she was about to wed was rumored to have a cruel side. But she had been raised to stay silent, to be obedient, to never question fate. "It's all right," she whispered, gripping her suitcase. "I can handle it." Colt looked at her. Really looked. "You're shaking," he said quietly. Her breath caught. She didn't know why, but she felt safe near him. Safe enough to let her fear slip through the cracks. "Is he a good man?" Colt asked, voice unreadable. I don't know," she whispered. Colt took a slow breath, the kind men take when they see thunder coming before the sky even darkens. "Miss Mayfield," he said, "if you ever need help, any help at all, you come find me." "Why?" she asked softly. Colt met her eyes. "Because some souls deserve to be protected. And yours looks like one of them." Her heartbeat stumbled. And just like that, a thread of fate tied them together, silent but unbreakable. Alira's first week on the Raleigh ranch was a quiet kind of nightmare. Timber Raleigh was charming in public but cold in private. He spoke to her like she was property. He corrected the way she walked, how she ate, how she breathed. He told her what to wear, what to say, and who she could speak to. She didn't cry, but her soul did. She was not yet married to him. They were meant to wed in 3 weeks, but he acted as if her life already belonged to him. Whenever she wrote letters home, he read them first. Whenever she tried to step outside alone, he questioned her. "You're mine," he would say lightly. "Just remember that." One night, she overheard Timber arguing with his ranch hands, violently. She froze behind the door as the sounds of fists, threats, and broken glass filled the night. Her stomach twisted in fear. This man, this was who she was supposed to marry? But she had no way out. No one to run to. Except maybe Colt. Colt Warrington felt her fear even from miles away. Every time he passed the Raleigh ranch while delivering supplies, he saw her on the porch, head down, hands tightly folded, eyes duller than before. This wasn't the girl he met. This wasn't the girl whose soul shimmered like morning sunlight. He knew what Raleigh was, and he knew what men like Raleigh did to gentle women. So one evening, as Alira stood outside alone, Colt rode up quietly. When she saw him, her breath hitched in relief so intense it scared her. "Miss Mayfield," he greeted softly. "Mr. Warrington, you shouldn't come here. Timber won't like it." "I don't care what Timber likes," Colt replied. "I care how you're doing." Her throat tightened. "I'm fine." He dismounted, walked closer. "You're not. And you don't have to pretend with me." A tear gathered in her eye before she could stop it. Colt's chest tightened painfully. "Alira," he whispered, dropping the formality. "What's he done to you?" She shook her head. "Nothing. He controls everything." "I can't breathe." Colt clenched his jaw. "You want out?" he asked bluntly. She looked up, startled. "Colt, I can't. My family." "I didn't ask about your family." His voice was low, steady, protective. "I asked you." Her heart pounded. No one had ever asked her that before. "I'm scared," she finally whispered. Colt gently lifted her chin with one finger, forcing her to meet his eyes. "You listen to me," he said quietly, fiercely. "No woman, no innocent soul, deserves to live in fear." Her lips trembled. She didn't know she was crying until he brushed away her tear with a careful thumb. "I'll protect you," he murmured. "No matter what it costs." She closed her eyes. Her heart, her soul, leaned toward him like a flower searching for the sun. And for the first time since she arrived in Willow Creek, she felt alive. But Timber Raleigh saw everything. One night, he cornered her in the parlor. His face red, his breath sharp with anger. "You think I don't notice how you look at him?" he hissed. I wasn't." He grabbed her wrist, squeezing until she winced. "You belong to me." and I won't let a dusty cowboy take what's mine." Fear shot through her. Timber leaned close. "If he comes near you again, I'll end him." Elira's blood ran cold. But inside her heart, a fire finally lit. No, she would not let Colt suffer because of her. She had to protect him, even if it meant sacrificing herself. The wedding day grew closer. Elira grew quieter. Colt grew more restless. He felt her slipping away into a darkness she didn't deserve. Every night, he rode past the ranch just to make sure she was still alive. Every night he prayed, something he had not done in years. He was falling for her, hopelessly, and he knew it. The night before the wedding, Elira made a decision. She would run away. Not for herself, but to save Colt. She packed a small bag quietly, tears slipping down her cheeks. She planned to sneak out before dawn, disappear into another town, and let everyone think she abandoned both men. But Colt woke up at midnight with a feeling in his chest like a blade twisting. Something was wrong. He saddled his horse without a second thought and rode toward the ranch as fast as the wind could carry him. He reached just as Elira reached the gate with her bag. "Elira," he called out. She froze. Then her tears fell. "Colt, you shouldn't be here," she cried. "You're in danger." He dismounted and walked to her. "You think I care about danger? Timber will kill you if he finds you near me." Colt stepped closer, cupping her face with both hands. "Elira, I don't care about Timber, Raleigh." His voice broke. "But I can't let you walk into a life that destroys you." Her shoulders shook. "I was going to run," she whispered, "to keep you safe." "You think I want a world where you're gone?" he asked softly. She sobbed. He pulled her into his arms. For the first time, she felt truly held. "Colt, what do I do?" she whispered against his chest. "You come with me," he answered. "But Timber." Colt looked toward the ranch house, then back at her. "I'm not afraid of him. I'm afraid of losing you." Her breath caught. "Elira," he said quietly, "I'd spend my whole life protecting your soul, if you let me." The night went silent. The wind stopped. Her heart answered before her mouth could. She kissed him. A small, trembling, innocent kiss, but powerful enough to rewrite their fates. Timber Raleigh did come after them. He rode out with rage burning like wildfire. But the town stood behind Colt. And when Timber tried to take Elira by force, the sheriff arrested him for assault, threats, and unpaid debts he thought he could hide. Elira was free. Completely. Finally. Weeks later, Elira stood on the porch of a small cottage outside Willow Creek. Sunlight warmed her skin. Her hair blew softly in the breeze. She wasn't the scared girl from the stagecoach anymore. She was stronger, safer, loved. Colt came up behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "You look happy," he murmured. "I am," she whispered. "You sure you're not regretting choosing a cowboy instead of a rich ranch owner?" She turned, smiling with her whole soul. "The ranch owner wanted my life," she said. "But you protected my soul." Colt brushed a kiss against her forehead. "And I'll protect it forever." She leaned into him, heart full, spirit free, because she had finally found the one thing she had always longed for. Not just love, but safety. Not just protection, but peace. Not just a partner, but a home. And in Colt's arms, she had all three.